Morning, or evening, grace, brethren and sisters. Good to have all of you here with us as we conclude our 10-day challenge. The 10-day challenge that I did to help me to stop watching television that I wanted to share with everybody. And it is almost 1 a.m. Here on in the Central Time Zone. So it is officially December 26, 2020, and my 10-day challenge started back on the 16th, and so officially yesterday was the 25th, and so it is over. And so it is over right there. As you can see, like where my finger is there. I know you can't read my sloppy handwriting and very small handwriting, but I have completed the 10-day challenge, and I wanted to share that with everybody on how my experience was. And in a word, it was wonderful. Excuse me. It's absolutely wonderful. I have no regrets whatsoever. Now, like I said, you're really a slave. You know, you're really a slave to all that stuff on television, no matter what it is. I mean, mainly, I don't want to say to whatever it is. Like, you're necessarily not a slave to educational type things, but the main two things, like the TV series and sports, you know, you really are. I said that at the beginning because I'm not a person that really just cold turkey stopped watching television. Like, I'm not an individual that was watching like 5 hours of television a day and just quit for the past year to a year and a half. I have a very seldomly, like very seldomly, like I've watched television. You know, I was very much the other way. I've always been a big reader and big studier. And so, I'm a person like who reads, like studies and writes, you know, like 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And so, television has never really been my thing, you know, in the last, 6 or 7 years of my life, but especially the last year and a half, I greatly backed up, like with following sports and watching things on television. The only things that I were watching were family friendly things or, occasional sports. So I'm not a person that really did just quit cold turkey, but I just completely put it out of my life, and I feel wonderful. And I feel wonderful. Like I said, that is a bit of a blanket statement, not watching television, to let me clarify. I will watch educational things, of course, because I'm a minister. I'll watch, like, Christian movies, religious things, like on YouTube and whatnot. Excuse me. About the only thing that I will watch that isn't like educational or that isn't like somewhat educational or religious, like will be like maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks. It's like a family friendly movie, with my family, like something rated, like rated G. But that's about the only thing though that I will, like ever watch. I have no desire for it. I just have, like I said, you really don't have any desire for it once you do it. You're just disgusted by it. Like right now, we got the college football bowls going on, about to start the college football playoff. Like, I have no interest in that whatsoever. Like, hockey's my favorite sport, and, that's going to be starting here in a few weeks. But, I don't care anything about it at all. I'm just glad, it's all, it's all, out of my life. I mean, those people do nothing for me either. No actor, actress, sports player. They don't do anything for you. Don't think at all. They take your money and they take your time. And, that's the only thing that you do. Like I said, you're really a slave. Like I said in the first video, I really don't want to go into that anymore because you probably watched, the first video that I did. But, you're really a slave to that stuff. Like series and sports, they get you coming back. I like especially with that. Thing about a movie is movies are over, within a couple of hours. You got the storyline, the beginning storyline, an hour and a half, 2 hours, boom. A movie's over. Like with series, you go back and watch it. Like all series are really just like soap operas. Even family friendly things that I won't mention that anymore because it's in the first video. Same like with sports, like with a sports season, is this team, ever going to win a game? Are they ever going to make the playoffs? They going to win the championship? That's how they all are. And so you're really free, when it's over. And so, just like the one thing that I can recommend if anybody does this challenge, if you've not done it yet, spend a time in meditation. Like I said, you got to fill the time up. You got to fill the time up, and it would, fill it up with wholesome ththings, things that you enjoy. Like one thing to do, like I said, is meditation. Like I would highly recommend that if you just want to, you want to sit in a quiet space. meditate for at least 15 minutes or so, or like if, you want to use some soothing music, like classical music, like what I've done, like what I do, is, like with classical music, I love classical music. Like I listen to that for 15, 20 minutes or so at least. Like some people do it longer for like an hour, and if you want to do that longer, then, reflect, like on your family life, your personal goals, whatever it is. Obviously that's a personal decision for you. But to just one thing, though, to mention is whenever you're watching television, you do need something to unwind. That's something that I didn't mention when we first started, in which, when I did the first one and when I was going to do the challenge course, I simply wasn't aware of it, and I just finished the challenge. But like I heard another video that I watched about this subject that other fellows say is something I was doing anyway. Is in order to kind of unwind, to rebuild your brain cells, you can't just read. You can't just read because that's still gonna take some of your brain power away. Is whenever you still work or like whenever you still read, like if you own your own business. Or whatever it is. So in order to unwind, do something that is kind of both educational and that's both educational and kind of entertaining. Like if that's a video, like one thing that I like is on health, because I'm trying to lose weight. I'm a vegetarian. I think I'm going to be a vegetarian the rest of my life, but nonetheless, I still want to lose some weight. So like you could watch maybe like a video about health, something to do with health, that's going to help you. Or like if you like animals, like you could watch videos about animals because that can be educational, and also entertaining. Like whenever you do that, it relaxes your brain. You're not using brain power. Like whenever you read a book or like whenever you do some kind of work or like if you're in school studying, whatever it is. So do something kind of borderline like that that's kind of both educational but yet also, entertaining. Or like if you want to watch some type of like historical, like documentary, something of that nature. Like if you're into philosophy, you want to watch a video about philosophy, philosophers, or whatever it might be. But to do something like that, that can help you unwind. Like that is one thing that, like I said, I would recommend. Because if you say, well, I'm not going to watch TV, I'm just going to work, or I'm just going to read books, I'm going to study, whatever, or like crafts, if that's not just watching something. Like I'm a person, like a lot of people in this day and time, kind of like in the 21st century, like whenever we lay down, we kind of want to watch something or listen to something. So like I said, kind of do something borderline, but like I said, just with your spare time. Of course, that's what you should be doing anyway, like crafts, that's one thing about getting rid of television. Like if you want to do a craft, a project, something with your kids, more time with your kids, some fun, wholesome things. So, so that's really all that we have to do. Just say that I did it, and for me, like I said, I didn't stop cold turkey, but for me, it really wasn't. All that difficult because I already knew as well, like what I was going to be doing. Because that was the time when I watched television, would be at nighttime when I laid in the bed. Like I would watch something like one of those like 80s or 90s, family friendly TV shows like Family Matters, Full House, something along the lines of that. But I just put it all out, and I feel great, and I feel free. It's kind of like somebody's got. I've never been in jail before, like I was in the military, kind of like when I graduated from boot camp with the military. That's how it sounds. Like when you get about a boot camp, thank God that's over. You feel good. You feel really, really good. You have a lot more time, to do things because, like I said, you're not a slave. Like, oh, I gotta watch that game. I gotta get in front of that, TV show, whatever. You feel free. There's less pressure on you. There's less pressure. Like I know a lot of people say, well, getting rid of television, that seems like I'd be, have pressure on somebody. There's no pressure, you just feel so free. Like with all the things that I want to do, like with, books that I'm writing, whenever, the books that I'm writing and, writing a Bible college curriculum, actually started the Chancellor of a Bible Institute, writing a curriculum and things for, you feel so free. Like I got all this time. I got all this time. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. I can do this. What else do I have to do? Sit in front of the television. Of course, I have a family. I'm going to have family time. But, you just, like the television is a one-eyed God. Like I actually did a study on that earlier, this year, the one-eyed God, because that's really what TV is. It's like a God of people. It really does lord over people's lives. But you feel so free, though. You feel so free. And like I said here, I done some journaling, a lot of journaling, like Bible verses and quotes and things and how I was feeling. Like I actually said that. Let's see here. Oh, I said that somewhere. My goodness, where is that? Oh yeah, that was on December the 18th. On December the 18th, I said I feel so wonderful. So I think that was actually last. Yeah, that would have been last Friday, not yesterday, but Friday before Christmas. I feel so wonderful, when it is. You do. Feel really, really good doing it. So like I said, I enjoyed it, and like I'll open up comments if you also going to take the challenge. I usually don't have like on my preaching videos. I make them set for kids so people can't comment, but I'll allow though people to comment on this if you want to take the challenge, or if you've got anything that you want to if you do take the challenge, anything you want to share, any questions, go ahead there and just let us know. And so, like I said, I enjoyed it. So, I encourage other people to do it as well. Even if you're not a religious person, not a Christian, not a preacher. Like I said, it's a great help to you if you just want to advance, in your career, secular career. Like if you're a housewife, spend time with your kids, whatever it might be. It's certainly be a help and a blessing to you. So, thank you so much for viewing with us. And like I said, if you do the challenge or whatever, we wish you the best, and we'll be praying for you. So, drop us a comment below. Give us a like and subscribe if you want to see other preaching, teaching videos. And so, thanks so much. And till the day breaks and the shadows flee away, I'm Dr. Cooper, and I love you, and I appreciate you.